At the start of the year, trend watchers predict what's on the horizon for food and health. And there are at least 3 that are pretty interesting. Kowalski dietitian Sue Moore's here to break it all down. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Thanks. We got some things to talk about here. I had one too many sugar cookies over the holidays.
Oh, you can never have one too many.
I know.
You just balance it out.
I did. And so I'm really excited to hear about all these things you want to talk about. You want to start with the Mediterranean diet first?
Well, it's called for the trend report, the anti-inflammatory diet. And I loved that they sort of switched gears for it from a health perspective, because when you think of Mediterranean diet, you think, oh, it'd be lovely to eat like people in Italy or Greece.
Take me
but
to
when
Greece.
you call it anti-inflammatory, you're like, oh, now you have my attention, because it's a really compelling reason to eat toward the Mediterranean diet.
Yes.
Because foods can cause inflammation and foods can fight inflammation. And so the Mediterranean diet, which is not surprisingly, I'm sure to people, as you look at this grouping of foods, is those colorful fruits and vegetables, whole grains, beans, healthy fats, which are nuts and seeds, and omega-3s are anti-inflammatory, I mean really strong anti-inflammatory, which comes from fish and walnuts, avocado, extra virgin olive oil, and then herbs and spices to switch out for salt. You think of, oh, those would be great because they're going to be cutting back on salt, but there is so much medicinal properties to herbs and spices. And so if you can make some moves to switching out the salt, take it back and really put the flavorful on the herbs and spices, great anti-inflammatory move.
And I love seeing the ginger too. Ginger is something
Yes.
that's so good for you.
Yeah, and it's really, with herbs and spices, it's not just, oh, they're great for nausea. There's like 8 things they're great for. So it's, you do one thing and it will help it serves many purposes.
Yes. And tea. So you say that all teas are, besides
Yes.
Ernie Palmer's.
Not all your Palmer's. I really like sort of those underdog foods, and tea is one of those. Beans is another one, but tea it's been around for centuries and used for medicinal purposes, and we just sort of forget about it, at least in our culture here in the U.S., and tea is coming on strong. All teas can be herbal, and it can be from the tea plant, but anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, help with stress, help with anxiety, help with sleep. It just fits a lot of places, and they can be really flavorful. You just need to get in. If you can do 2 to 3 cups a day, that's when the medicinal properties sort of start to kick in.
Okay, good to
So
know.
start with 1, but if you can move it up to 2 or 3, it's a great move.
So I'm seeing the turmeric here too. What do we got going on with these drinks?
Yep, so the third trend is mocktails with a purpose. And I sort of would love for folks to think about churning beverages over to not just it's something to drink, but is it doing something great in my body? And mocktails, because it's dry January, and I know more people are choosing to not choose to have alcohol or as much alcohol. If you can think of your mocktail as doing something helpful for you, and we have 2 here today. One of them's made with a green tea. So we hit the tea, and tropical fruit is a trend for 2025. And so the recipe's there, but it's sort of like a sangria light in that it's green tea with some fruit juice and then some fruits in there, and it steeps for about 2 hours plus. And then you can add a little bit of spark. Oh, of course. Well, no, we're just here for show. It's just show food. No, I love it. And so you can add a little sparkling water to fizz it up.
Ooh.
But it's just
I feel like I'm in Hawaii. The fresh pineapple and the smells. And then
Kiwi.
this one over here is the one that has the turmeric.
Yep, and this one is elderberry syrup, which came on kind of strong during COVID. It's got antiviral properties. It's great for easing the symptoms for cold and flu. And then added to it is lemon and orange juice, a little bit of turmeric for the anti-inflammatory, and then sparkling water.
This one tastes like wintry too, so it's like a nice different balance.
Yeah, so it's just a nice way to sort of. Oh, good.
That's really good.
And it has a purpose.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have it just, at a happy hour.
I know.
Have any one of these, make a
have
jug
them
and
at
have
dinner.
it during the day. Yep.
All right. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
We'll
Appreciate
have
it.
these recipes on care11.com and with a link to Kowalski's. So
Thank you.
thanks for coming on, friend.
Cheers.